The parking garage, up the elevator, through the door, and here he is on 107.1 KGSR. Welcome, Richard Thompson.
Hello, hello. I'm going to play something? Oh, now, right, yes,
Yeah.
go, do it. In my nightmare, everything's wrong. I'm waiting for love, but you come along. You smile, you wave, you kiss me, ciao, but you seem too happy to see me somehow. And then the sky falls in on my head. Your nails grow long, your eyes turn red. You say forever, dear, and a day. You swear that you're never gonna go away. And my feet won't move to run the other way. And I can't wake up to save my life. No, I can't wake up to save my life. In my nightmare, you forgive me, the cruelest gift you could ever give me. You say that you understand me now. Your eyes say, brother, I'll get you somehow. But then the lightning streaks across the room. You smell like something fresh from the tomb. You squeeze too hard, you insist on kissing, when it seems like half your face is missing and your hair's turned into reptiles hissing. And I can't wake up to save my life. Oh, I can't wake up to save my life. Ow! Things I've done make my dreams go bad, like Boston boys coming home to dad. What you reap, so shall you sow. My feet don't fail me, go man go, 'cause I can't wake up to save my life. Oh, I can't wake up to save my life. No, I can't wake up. Oh, I can't wake up. Oh, I can't.
Oh, I feel much better now.
You feel better? I feel worse.
Oh, no.
Didn't do much for me.
We'll try another one.
Try another one. Oh, okay. Whack coming down. What should we do? That's too long for the radio. No prompting, please. Disgraceful. I'll do this one. This is just like that one. What a fool I was. What a thin disguise. Brando mumble. Eyes. Was a time she fell, but then she got wise. Brando mumble. his eyes. I never had the squint of James Dean, or the Stanislavski tears, or the rebel hunch that kills, or the smile that slowly disappears. What a fool I was. What a fan disguise. Brando Mumbo. Rando Mumbo. Mangazais. Thank you.
Thank you.
What an audience you managed to squeeze in here.
It's not a big room, but we do what we can.
It's incredible.
Welcome, Richard Thompson, back
It's
to
like Doctor Who's TARDIS spaceship. It's bigger on the inside than the outside.
Exactly.
It's like your heart. It's, you know,
I'm touched.
you will be.
Man, I just feel like you should have a deep breath or a glass of water because you drove in and I heard that you were coming into the parking lot, and then he's coming up the elevator, he's coming through the front door, he's got his guitar, he's in the
These
room.
cell phones are a wonderful thing, aren't they? It's great. I mean, I don't know what we would have done. We wouldn't have been able to tell you we were going to be incredibly late, unfashionably late.
Nah, you weren't too bad. 15 to 20 minutes. That sounded good.
That's pretty good. I was just testing the sound effects.
It's all that time working with Mitchell Froome. That's
Yes, we used a glass of water instead of a snare drum on the new record.
on what song?
All the way through. Instead of going boom, boom, crack, it goes boom, boom, blah, 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 blah. Or actually it goes like this, boom, boom. So Nick, do you remember there's a Loving Spoonful record? There was a track called Bald-Headed Lena,
Right.
by the Loving Spoonful, and there was a gargling solo by Zalyanovsky,
So you're merely...
where he gargled in tune. It was quite an accomplishment. I was impressed.
So tell me about this Mitchell Froome guy who makes all these weird noises on all these great records.
What do you want to know about him?
Well, you've been working with him for 4 albums now. I figure
Oh, yeah.
you must like him.
Oh, I like him a lot. Yeah, he's great. I think he's the most, exciting producer, around. Well, we always have a great time, and that's what you're supposed to do when you make records. You're supposed to enjoy it, and it's supposed to be fun, and hopefully it's supposed to sound like that.
Is there actually a regular drum kit on Mirror Blue, the new album?
I think on 2 tracks there's real drums. A lot of other tracks, we used funny sort of ethnic drums and mixed things up a lot. So just to try and get away from some of the cliches, of rock drumming.
Now, Mitchell's done some great work on records like Los Lobos Kiko and Suzanne
good record.
Vega's album.
Good record.
Do you hear certain sounds on those records, and when you're in there with them, go, let's try and do something like this, or are you guys just coming up with this stuff from out of nowhere?
Space? No. Yeah, there is a continuity. Plus, we tend to use the same engineer, Chad Blake, so there's a kind of vocabulary that builds up, and
that's the starting point, and you probably experiment from there, you know. But there'd be a certain attitude to recording. Inevitably, there'd be a style.
Well, there's definitely a continuity between the 4 records that you've done with Mitchell and a progression as well.
Yeah, I think they're getting better too. I mean, that's the good thing is that I think as we understand each other more, you know, the work improves.
We're talking with Richard Thompson. He's here to play for us. And tell me about this radio tour, because everyone's been calling going, Richard Thompson's in town? When's the concert? Where can I get the tickets? Well, he's just coming to the radio station.
Just the radio station. I was going to drop into the Cactus Cafe later on. They're having a benefit season.
Oh,
as it were.
You'll be out there tonight.
I'll be out tonight. There's lots of good people on. My old pal Ian Matthews is on. Hello, Ian, if you're out there.
He is
462-2209. And Butch Hancock's playing, I think, tonight.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to tell people who's playing? I don't know if it's
Oh, yeah. Are you familiar with Butch's work?
Oh, yeah, he's great. Absolutely fabulous.
Where do you make your home these days?
He's from Texas, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeehaw!
It just makes me wonder,
Texas.
you know.
Great. I love all that. Texas is great. Isn't it great? It's fantastic. Well, you know, when I saw Red River when I was sort of, you know, 3 or something, like John Wayne stuff. I love all that. That's great.
So where did you hear of Butch
people.
Hancock?
I've probably heard him in the last sort of 10, 15 years. You know.
Great.
Really good stuff.
Where do you make your home now?
I make my homes, pretentious bastard, in London and Los Angeles. Couple of places. You know, London obviously for the weather, and Los Angeles for the culture.
And for the easygoing lifestyle.
Easygoing lifestyle, yes, easygoing. Yes.
Did you escape the earthquake, or were you not there?
I wasn't there. I missed it by a couple of days. Just broke a few dishes. Actually, broke all the dishes, but never mind.
Well, I've got a million questions to ask you, but I think it'd be much
for you too.
much more interesting just to hear you play. But feel free anytime to ask us a question.
Me to play?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, keep talking. I'll retune.
Okay.
Something more interesting.
We're talking with Richard Thompson, and here's a couple of words I always read when I read about you, Richard. One's critically acclaimed, and the other's cult hero. Let's take the first one.
Rubbish.
Critically acclaimed. Is it? A load
critically acclaimed. That means the critics think there's something that they can write about. They, critics they're pretentious people. Basically, they're all frustrated musicians and writers. So people like me and Elvis Costello, and the ilk, they think there's an intellectual dimension to what we do, mistakenly, of course. So they think, here's something we can pontificate about. And we will get reflected glory from our interest in this particular artist. I'm being actually very, very unfair.
Think of all the critics who love you so much.
Yeah, I love them too, really.
How about cult hero? This is something we read all the time.
Well, I don't buy all that stuff. You know? That's just piffle, isn't it? Really.
Yeah. The real thing is the music. So we're ready.
The real thing is music. So any minute now. See if we have acceptable level of. That'll do. If she's not here by now, then I guess she's not coming. If she's not here by now, then I guess she don't care. Waiter, I won't waste your time anymore. You've already started to sweep down the floor, and I guess she's not coming, so I'll head for the door. I'll be taking my business elsewhere. It wasn't for me, that spark in her eyes. It wasn't for me, that halo in her hair.
When she touched me, a lump rose up into my throat. But she must act that way with any old soak. And waiter, you don't seem to share in the joke, so I'll be taking my business elsewhere. Oh, she called me her fantasy, and boldly she kissed me. I'll never get over the sheer surprise of her acting that way. And I'm feeling okay, but for the eyes of her. Oh, it's cold in the rain, and it's dark and it's sad. And I'll miss her tonight on my lonely back stair. Oh, I'm sorry for taking so much of your space. I'll move down the street to some friendlier place, 'cause I guess she's not coming and you're sick of my face. So I'll be taking my business elsewhere. I'll be taking my business elsewhere. You must be used to wolf time in Texas. That's a big...
Little two-stepping also.
Yep. All those country songs, you know. Lots of waltzes.
Oh, I thought you were going to do another one.
Oh, was I?
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, let's do one more and then we'll talk some more.
One more, okay.
We've had 1 million requests today, by the way.
Oh, have you?
I'll throw some of the names out to you.
Okay, is there anything I should do?
No, I mean, we've had people calling, tell Richard to play B-Swing, tell Richard to play Valerie, Shoot Out the Lights. Some young lady said, play Real Gone Girl, at least record it someday.
Real Gone Girl? Oh, that's an old Nelly Lutcher song. I used to do. Well, I don't think I will, I'm sorry. Well, I don't think I'll record it, I mean.
Right.
Well, if I had me, I didn't have time to set all my bits up. If I had me bits set up, I could do that one, because I need to make more noise.
We'll leave it up to you. Anything. Turning of the Tide, Misunderstood, anything you want.
Misunderstood. She said, darling, I'm in love with your mind. The way you care for me is so kind. Love to see you again, I wish I had more time. She was laughing as she brushed my cheek. Why don't you call me Angel maybe next week? Promise now, crush your heart and hope to die. But I'm misunderstood. But I'm misunderstood. But I'm misunderstood. I thought she was saying good luck. She was saying goodbye. Misunderstood. But I'm misunderstood. But I'm misunderstood. I thought she was saying good luck. She was saying goodbye. tried to put shine in her eyes, wire wheels and shimmering things, wild nights when the whole world seemed to fly. She said the thing that's so unique, when we're together we don't have to speak, we'll always be such good friends, you and I. But I misunderstood, but I misunderstood, but I misunderstood. I thought she was saying good luck, she was saying goodbye. But I misunderstood, but I misunderstood, but I misunderstood. I thought she was saying good luck, she was saying good. I thought she was saying good luck, she was saying good. I thought she was saying good luck, she was saying goodbye. She was saying goodbye. She was saying goodbye. Ooh. She was saying, saying, saying. You were saying goodbye. Oh, she was saying goodbye. Ooh.
107.1 KGSR. Richard Thompson, our guest tonight, live in the studio. I Misunderstood from the album before Mirror Blue, which was called Rumor and Sigh. And Richard mentioned he's going to be stopping by the Cactus Cafe tonight. They're having a benefit for Chicago House. Richard, last year a 3-CD set came out called Watching the Dark, and it was a compilation of your work. First of all, did you have any input as to the songs that were chosen?
I had a sort of censorship level input. So somebody else compiled it, and they said, "What do you think of this?" And there was about 6 tracks that I thought were too bad really to exist, too painful for me anyway. So I just that was all I did though. Really, I wasn't involved really in the compilation. But I think they did a good job.
So you sat down and listened to it at least once, maybe?
Yeah, once at the beginning, and then when it was all done, I listened again.
How about the reissues, since a lot of your work, which wasn't on CD or which would have been in and out of print, came out? Do you listen back to the older stuff?
Me, for reference, I suppose. I don't really enjoy it particularly. I don't know many musicians who like their own stuff, especially the older stuff, because things change.
Well, you say for reference, you're doing this acoustic radio tour right now, promotional tour. Are you going to go out with a band afterwards?
Yeah, we're going out with the band in March and April. I don't know if we go to Texas, actually, on this leg. I think we're coming back for part 2, and I think we get to Texas. But
good. Well, you said for reference, do the set lists change every time you go out? Do every once in a while, do you pluck something off, say, Pour Down Like Silver or an old Fairport record?
Well, if I'm playing solo, I'm fairly free to do anything I can remember, and so I do. And if playing with the band, we try and get up a big enough repertoire that we can rotate, a lot of material. So it's usually a different show every night.
So someone could actually call out a song and maybe get a request.
Maybe.
Something
for the mums and dads, the kids, everything, granny.
Now, for a while, you were popping up on a lot of other folks' records, like, you're on Sid Straw's record, you did some Golden Palominos, Bonnie Raitt. Do you enjoy doing the hired gun sort of work?
Well, I suppose so. I don't like to really be a session musician or anything. I tend to work for people I know, people who are friends, and that makes it easier, and I tend to do little bits on records. There's not many records where I'm really playing all the way through. I get asked in for a track or something.
Right.
They must think that's all I'm good for. Damn cheek.
How about when other people cover your work, like Elvis Costello, Bob Mould, Joel Sonnier, Marshall Crenshaw? They've all done your songs.
Are they all by gum?
Are there any versions that stand out as favorites?
I like all those. I have to say that though.
You're forced to say that.
The late Sandy Denny did a couple of nice covers, you know. But Bonnie Raitt, on Bonnie Raitt's new record, there's a really nice version of a song called Dimming of the Day, which is really good.
That's a good choice.
Yeah.
We heard, as a matter of fact, in the Watching the Dark liner notes, there was mention of a tribute record that was supposed to, I guess, have been out by now, but that's been delayed. Do you know much about
a Tribune record. You know, I hold hostages and people pay money. It's coming out in July, apparently. You know, it's a Capitol Records thing, you know, that they're putting together, and there's lots of incredibly famous people on it, who I'm far too modest and British to mention.
Well,
embarrassed.
How about Los Lobos? Are they on there?
Los Lobos? Maybe.
Come on. Sean Colvin and Loudon.
Who's
right?
asking? Sean Colvin? Maybe. I don't know about those. Oh, really?
That's all we're going to get.
Well, don't tell me. It's too exciting.
All right. How about another song or two?
Another song? Ah, Slave Driver. Okay, here's, so I guess this. It's called Shayne and Dixie. This is a sort of a failed bank robber sort of song. I hope. Here we go. Shayne and Dixie, they were two big crooks. They wanted to be famous like you read in books. Shayne had the brain, Dixie had the looks for glory. As a bank robber, Shayne really was no use. He'd end up likely at the end of a noose, which was fine by Shayne. The papers could use the story. Well, fame and love, fame and love, fame and love will never die. Fame and love, fame and love, fame and love will never die, never die. Well, Shayne says to Dixie, we ain't getting nowhere. I've a fine idea, if you love me, swear we'll be household names, only there forever. There's two bullets in my old carbine. One is yours and the other is mine. They find us there at the scene of the crime together. Well, fame and love, fame and love, fame and love will never die. Fame and love, fame and love, la 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 love will never die, never die. Oh, she screams, she swears, she tears her hair. Says Shayne, this time you lost your mind. Took aim with a 16 bore. Dixie lay dying down there on the floor. Shayne was shaken, but the purpose was more inspired. Shayne says, Lord, what have I done? This victory is only halfway won. He put the barrel underneath his tongue and fired. Well, Shayne and love, fame and love, fame and love will never die. Fame and love, fame and love, fame and love will never die. Fame and love, fame and love, fame and love will never die, never die. Never die, never die, never die. A bridge version.
107.1 KGSR, spending time with Richard Thompson and having a good time. You having a good time, Richard?
Oh, fantastic.
Just checking with you.
I don't know when I've enjoyed myself.
More.
Oh,
okay. I caught you a year or so ago at the Bottom Line. It was one of those songwriters showcases.
Oh, yeah, that was great. Yeah.
Sean Colvin, Dave Alvin, and Barrett Strong.
Barrett Strong was a revelation to everybody.
Boy. And my favorite part of the night was when Vince Scelsa was sort of hinting as to whether he kept his royalties for Heard It Through the Grapevine and songs like that, and he just said, I'll get paid. But you've been so prolific over the last few years. This is sort of a songwriter question. That's why I bring this up. Just
See, okay.
how do you do it, Richard?
Let me phone Barrett. I've got his number.
Do you?
Yes. We swapped phone numbers. He's a very nice chap.
How do you write your songs? Do you have a place you always go to? I actually read once that you had an office. Could that be?
I have an office and I have 6 people in there, and I say, okay, first 3 for you. Yeah, I have an office. I find that's the best way to get more done. To get sort of disciplined. I used to sort of drink and take drugs and stay up all night till, start at 12 and stay up till 5 in the morning to get in the mood, and then I just hit the mood at 5. But then I fall asleep at 5:15. So it's a very small creative window. But if I go to an office, I get 8 hours, and it's great. It's much better, actually.
It's hard to imagine, though. You write some of these songs that seem to come out of the thin blue air. I mean, you write songs that we imagine about your personal experience, but things like 52 Vincent, Black Lightning, and Shayne and Dixie, those just seem to...
Well, you can have a nice office. You can have a romantic, conducive... It doesn't have to be... the Brill building. It doesn't have to be, like IBM headquarters or something. You can not have fluorescent lights.
So do you have a nice office?
Very nice. Mood lighting. Well, it varies actually. I borrow people's houses or I use my wife's office or anywhere, anywhere out the house is good.
Is there a time when you do things like we hear about people grabbing napkins or the back of matchbooks because they think of something and they want to jot it down real quick?
Well, I've done a bit of that. I always carry a notebook, notebook and pen. It's an old trick I learned off of the Liverpool poets, is that you have to have at all times, because sometimes you do get ideas walking down the street, and if you don't write it down, you've forgotten it, and in the middle of the night you might get something. So you have to keep the door open.
Keep something handy.
Yeah, keep something handy.
I mentioned these story songs like 52 Vincent, Black Lightning, Galway to Graceland. By the way, now in Galway to Graceland, you say that the girl's favorite song was...
Suspicion.
Right, and that actually wasn't an Elvis song.
He recorded it.
Okay, because we were in here one day with Ian Matthews, and this lady called up and said, Suspicion was by somebody else, and da-da-da-da.
It was by somebody else, but Elvis recorded it, and I think he had a hit with it.
Did he?
Yeah.
Not Suspicious Minds, though. This is a different thing,
Suspicion and Suspicious Minds were both Elvis songs.
Well, I was going to say, though, there's
Suspicion tarnishes my heart. Suspicion keeps us apart. Why torture me? Bum, 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 bum. Every time you kiss me, I'm still not certain that you love me. Woo-woo. You know the one. Now tell me that wasn't Elvis.
I'm convinced. These story songs, though, they seem to be of a piece. 52 Vincent, Galway to Graceland, B-Swing. There seems to be a real thread running through them, as if they were different pages in a book or something.
Oh, dear. Oh, well, never mind.
Do you see that? No, say what you were going to say.
I don't know what I was going to say. That's not the idea necessarily. If that happens, that's good. I mean, they're really actually just written as songs. I wasn't intending any sort of continuity. I'm not, saving them up to stick into a big, annual or something.
Right. There does also seem to be, say, like on every record, there's one time where we really get the guitar showcase. Like on Amnesia, there was Can't Win. Which really you stepped out on the new album. That's the way that it shows. Do you sort of pick a song where you think this is one I can really step out on and go for it?
Well, sometimes the way that it shows, for instance, it's a really nice chord sequence to play guitar over. The chords fit handily, under the fingertips, as it were. So it's fun. It's one of those things where you just start playing it in the studio and. The tape runs out. You realise you've been playing for 10 minutes or something, and that's why they end in fade outs.
And Can't Win, there's that great live version on the box where you really just you're out of there. You're out there.
I believe we were. We were out there.
I see the Capitol people buzzing in the background. I don't know if that means we need to be out here. No, they're shaking their head. No, go ahead. Great.
Just nosy.
Because we're having a good time, and
they wonder why they're out there and we're in here.
Yeah.
And I can tell you.
We don't let the record. Well, what do you want to play?
Let's talk to the contest winners.
Okay. Would you guys like to make a suggestion?
So, how did you win? What did you have to do to win?
Answer trivia questions.
Answers on a postcard, please. Yes.
Come on up here. You have to get up to
the last record with Linda Thompson.
You had to watch Name It?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really hard. I couldn't do that.
It was a long time ago. Huh?
Come here, Suzanne. What question did you have to answer?
You gave me the hint. Who's your oldest and dearest friend in Austin? Ian Matthews.
Ian Matthews, 462-2209.
But I'm a huge fan, and I'm very pleased to be in the same room with you. And what year is your guitar, if I might ask?
What year is it? It's believe it or not, it's almost new. It's just had a very hard life. It's been sat on by a couple of airlines. And,
and what gauge strings do you use?
played the Nico. Sort of light, medium light gauge.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. Good questions. Very good.
Very nice.
Very good. That's
Next
impressive.
contestant.
I had to answer.
Live up to that.
Oh, geez. What song of the phrase "Watching the Dark" is from?
Oh, okay. I don't know that either.
Shut
That's
the
very
lights.
good.
So
Oh, is it? Oh, great.
And I just snuck in.
You snuck in, okay. Right, 3 contest winners and a freeloader. Thank you.
Well,
There's always one.
let me throw out some titles to you, or if you're ready to play one of your own.
Oh, give me some titles. Already.
Dimming of the Day, When the Spell is Broken, Shoot Out the Lights, Wall of Death, Man in Need.
Dimming of the Day, if you like.
That would be
Okay.
fantastic. We're spending time with Richard Thompson tonight on 107.1 KGSR Radio Austin. It's 7 o'clock.
This old house is falling down around my ears. I'm drowning in the river of my tears. When all my will is done, you hold me sway. I need you at the dim end of the day. You pull me like the moon pulls on the tide. You know just where I keep my better side. Nowadays I've come to keep us far apart. A broken promise or a broken heart. Now all the bonny birds have wheeled away. I need you at the dim end of the day. Come the night, you're only what I want. Come the night, you could be my confidant. Now I see you on the street in company. Why don't you come and ease your mind with me? I'm living for the night, a twisting away. I need you at the dim end of the day. I need you at the dim end of the day. Thank you.
How about one more or two more before we go?
Two more.
I'll sit here all night. It's up to you.
Slow Joe. Okay, let me see what we got.
Give us one or two more before you go. Leave it to you.
Little tuning here. You'll be glad I tuned.
in your slipstream. Aware your reflection, I echo your heartbeat in the wind. You might say that we're lovers, you might say that we're strangers. You think you don't know me, but you're wearing my ring. Good dream, bad dream, just don't mean a thing. Good road, bad road, just don't mean a thing. But down in the whine of the wheels, you'll hear me sing. Like a TV eye in the sky, but I'm right behind you. I'm like your signed confession, but I'm right behind you. I'm like the child you never were, but I'm right behind you. Let's ride. I ride in your slipstream, but don't try to touch me. Just trust me to love you. I love you. I ride in your slipstream. I ride in your slipstream. I ride in your slipstream. Very much.
107.1 KGSR. Our guest tonight has been Richard Thompson. That's a song from Mirror Blue. So you're going out March and April with the band. Who's in the band this time around?
I've got Dave Mattox on drums.
All right.
Danny Thompson on acoustic bass. And Pete Zorn plays everything.
Wow.
Literally everything.
And the first leg of the tour doesn't include Texas, but we may get to see you before the year's out.
I think so, yeah. Yes.
Well, I'd like to leave an open invitation to you to stop back by when you come back through.
Thank you. Nice place you got here.
Thank you. Always good to see you, Richard
My
Thompson.
usual chair.
And I think the guests have sort of taken the chairs up, but you know.
It's true enough.
You're going to leave us with one more? Shall we? Do you have one in mind, or?
Do you have one in mind? No, I don't.
How about Shoot Out the Lights?
What do I do? Yeah, it doesn't. It's a bit puny actually. Without, see, I haven't got my box set up with me noises. Forgot me noises with me fuzz box and me wah wah pedal.
Okay, well,
Me Jimi Hendrix impersonations. Vincent. Oh, Vincent. Black Line. Yeah, that will be opposite. Just for a tune. Keep talking.
And Richard is going to visit the Cactus Cafe tonight. They're having a benefit for the Chicago House. So if you can squeeze your way in there, go ahead.
Coming.
No, I think that's...
Tuning's part of the song in some ways. If this was Indian classical music, you'll be applauding already. quite thought for, you know, if I was a real rock star, I'd have 8 guitars all in different tunings and somebody to tune them up. Says Red Molly to James, that's a fine motorbike. A girl could feel special on any such like. Says James to Red Molly, my hat's off to you. It's a Vincent Black Lightning 1952. And I've seen you at the corners and cafes, it seems. Red hair and black leather, my favorite color scheme. And he pulled her on behind, and down to Box Hill they did ride. Says James to Red Molly, here's a ring for your right hand, but I tell you in earnest, I'm a dangerous man. For I fought with the law since I was 17. I robbed many a man to get my Vincent machine. And now I'm 21 years, I might make 22. And I don't mind dying, but for the love of you. And if fate should break my stride, then I give you my Vincent to ride. Called Sergeant McCrae, but they've taken young James 80 for armed robbery. Shotgun blast, it is just left nothing inside. Come down, Red Molly, to his dying bedside. When she came to the hospital, there wasn't much left. He was running out of road, he was running out of breath. But he smiled to see her cry. He said, I'll give you my Vincent to ride. Says James, in my opinion, there's nothing in this world beats a 52 Vincent and a red-headed girl. Now Nortons and Indians and superiors won't do. They don't have a soul like a Vincent 52. We reached for her hand and he slipped her the keys. Said, I've got no further use for these. I see angels and aerials in leather and chrome, swooping down from heaven to carry me home. And he gave her one last kiss and died. And he gave her his Vincent to ride.
I hope those fingers are insured. 107.1 KGSR, we've spent the better part of an hour with Richard Thompson. Some old favorites and new stuff from Mirror Blue. Always nice to see you, sir.
Thanks very much. Nice to see you again.
And we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Thank you.
Thanks.